Hey everyone, and welcome to class. I'm Casey, and today we're doing a yoga practice that's going to focus on the whole of your body. So predominantly we'll work through the arms, the legs, and your core. You don't need anything other than your yoga mat for class, so let's get started. Okay everyone, so let's start on our hands and knees. And you're just going to have your knees as wide as your hips and your shoulders and your wrists stacked. And you want to press the ground away from you. So as you press the hands into the mat, you're lifting up. And we're going to bring the right leg into the air. Keep your hips level, so just drop the right hip down, toes pointing down to the ground, and push your foot to the back of the room. You're going to hug your belly in, and we're now going to reach the right arm forwards, and you're going to look forwards as well. And then we're going to tune into the breath. You're going to breathe in deeply through your nose and breathe out deeply through your nose. 3 more times. Now we're going to take a big breath in, and you're going to draw your knee towards your nose and pull the arm back. Let's do that again. Inhale as you lengthen out, and exhale as you curl back in. 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl. And let's lower the leg down. Hold on, I just have to fix this mic. Okie doke. Let's bring the left leg into the air now. Once again, pushing the foot to the back of the room. This time the right arm is reaching forwards. We're finding length. Checking in with your breath, deepening the breath. Let's take a breath in. And as you breathe out, draw the knee to the nose, pull the arm back. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, curl in. 2 more times. And lower the leg down. Now we're going to take a few rounds of cat-cow. So you're going to drop your belly down towards the ground, pull your chest forwards, look up. And then you're going to round your spine, look to your navel, push the spine up to the ceiling. Let's do it again. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale as you round. 1 more time. Inhale, open. And exhale, round. Back to tabletop position, and we're going to bring the right leg into the air. Once again, you're going to hug the belly in, and we're going to do little push-ups. And as you do this, you want to keep your elbows hugged into the sides of your body as much as you can, and know that you only have to drop down a tiny little bit, so you just feel what's right for your body today. Shift forward slightly, bend the elbows, keep the shoulders drawing down the spine as we lower. Push up. Lower, exhale. Push up. Take a breath in, lower, exhale. Push up, lower the leg down. Other side, bring the left leg into the air. Push the foot to the back of the room, hug the belly in, take a breath in. Exhale, lower. Push up. Exhale, lower. Push up. 1 more time. Exhale, lower. And push up. Bring your knee back down to the ground. Spread your fingers wide. You're going to tuck your toes, sit your hips up and back. Come into downward facing dog. Just pedaling out your dog a little, bending one knee, grounding your heels down to the mat, or grounding one heel down to the mat. Switching. Now let's focus on grounding both heels down to the mat. Plugging down through your palms and your knuckles, and pulling your shoulders down your spine. Pull up through your thighs, hug the pit of your belly in. 3 more breaths. From here, step your feet together at the back of your mat, and you're going to raise your right leg up into the air. We're going to bend the knee so your heel's coming to your bum, towards your bum, and then you're rolling your hips open so your right hip is stacking on top of your left. Look under your right armpit, push the ground away from you. Let's take 3 breaths here. And then start to square your hips. You're going to shift your weight forward, so shoulders over wrists, and hug your knee to your nose. Push your hips to the ceiling. Inhale, lift the leg back up. Exhale, hug it back in. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hug it back in. Inhale, lift it up. Look forwards. Bring the knee to the nose again. And then place your foot between your hands. Rise up onto the ball of the back foot. We're coming up into crescent lunge. Spread your fingers wide, reach your arms up. Relax your shoulders down. And then you want to find a pelvic tilt. So the front of the pelvis is lifting up and the tailbone is descending down. And from there you can cinch the ribs in towards each other. Hug the belly in and lift tall. Okay, let's bring some stillness into this now. So softening the face, softening your eyes. And just allowing the breath to be free here. Slow, free breaths. Bring your hands to the ground. We're going to step the right foot back to high plank. We're going to bring the knees to the ground, shift your weight forwards, and slowly we're coming down. Press the tops of your feet into the mat, lift your chest, come up to cobra. Draw the shoulders back and down. Tuck your toes, sit your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Other side, step your feet together and bring your left leg up into the air. We're bending the knee, rolling the hips open again. 3 deep breaths. Feeling the stretch in your hips. Square your hips, shift your weight forwards, hug your knee to your nose, lift the spine up. Inhale, lift your leg. Exhale, hug in. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hug in. Inhale, lift up. We're going to step the foot forwards now. Come up onto the back toes. Crescent lunge. Remember, you're sinking down into the front leg, lifting the front of the pelvis up. Reaching your arms up, finding lift and length. Draw up through the top of your head. And let's find some stillness connecting to the breath. Hands come to the ground, step the left foot back so you're in high plank. We're going to hold it here for 5 breaths. Push your heels to the back of the room. Push the ground away from you. Deep breaths. Shift forward, slowly come down to the ground. Lift your chest, draw your elbows and your shoulder blades together, cobra. And know that your cobra might be low down, like this, and that's absolutely perfect. Just find what works in your body. We're going to take a twist as you look over your right shoulder. Just notice what you feel in the low back. Come back to center, look the other way. One more to the right. Once more to the left. Back to center, tuck your toes, sit your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Deep breaths. Bend your knees and look forwards and then step your feet up to your hands. We're going to take our feet wide apart. And then just grab hold of your elbows. Melt the body down so the spine can just hang. We'll take a little rock, a little sway from side to side so that your head and your neck become very heavy here. Come back to center. You're going to bring your hands either to your shins, your thighs, or the fingertips can come down to the ground if that flexibility is there. Push your tailbone to the back of the room, lengthen your chest forwards, find a flat back. Soften the knees, take a forward fold. Beautiful. And again, halfway lift, lengthen, take a breath in. Forward fold, release. One more time, halfway lift, lengthen. Forward fold, release. Ground your feet into the mat. Let's come all the way up to stand. Reach your arms up, look up. Bring your palms together, bring them down through your heart center. Step your feet together. So from here, we're going to move into Utkatasana, otherwise known as chair pose. And you're just going to bend the knees, sink the hips low, and you want to bring the weight into the heels. So we'll just actually lift the toes up to make sure that that's happening. And then you're going to reach your arms up. Keep your shoulders relaxing down and your heart and your chest lifting. Feel your thighs squeeze together and your heels grounding down. Stay with the breath, 3 breaths. Come all the way back up to stand. You're going to reach your arms up into the air now. And you're going to wrap your right arm underneath your left. Draw your elbows away from your chest. And now you're going to bend into the left knee and wrap the right leg over. Now the toes can rest on the ground, or you can keep the foot up in the air. Focus on one point here, and that will help you keep your balance. Release the leg. Reach your arms back up, lift tall, and then bring your left arm underneath. Bend into your right leg and go ahead and wrap your right leg over. Shoulders draw back and down. Deep breathing, everyone. And release. Reach your arms up, take a big breath in. Forward fold, exhale. Let's lift to a halfway lift, a flat back as you lengthen your spine. Come back to high plank. Lowering all the way down to the ground, we're going to lift up. Find cobra. Push back to your hands and knees and then spin over and come onto your back. Bring your feet onto the ground, feet as wide as your hips. And then we're going to lift up into bridge pose. So you're going to take this slow, you're just going to ground through the feet and then start to peel one vertebra up off the mat at a time. Up you come. And then interlace your fingers. Lift one shoulder up, walk it underneath you. Do the same, other shoulder lifting up, walk it underneath you. Press the palms together, ground through the feet. Let's take 5 breaths, and you just want to feel the knees gently squeezing towards each other as you lift the hips. Two more breaths. Release your hands, slowly lower back down. Hug your knees to your chest, roll from side to side a little. Come back to center, reach your legs up into the air. Bring your arms down beside you, palms pressing into the ground. We're going to take leg raises here. So take a breath in, and as you exhale, let's lower the right leg down. Inhale, draw your leg up. Try to keep your shoulders and your face relaxed. Exhale, lower the leg down. Inhale, back up. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, almost there, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back up to the top. Grab the backs of your legs. And what we're going to do is just rock up the whole length of your spine. Rock and roll. It gives your spine a nice massage. Let's do 2 more rocks. And on your next rock up, you're going to keep your feet in the air. Flex your toes back towards you, pull your shoulders back and down, lift up through the chest. And you can stay with your hands resting on your legs if you want support, or you can start to reach the arms forwards here. Let's breathe here, 5 breaths. Almost there. Grab hold of the backs of your legs, place your feet on the mat, come down onto the ground. Hug your right knee into your chest, drop it over to the left, extend your right arm out. Relax your muscles. Close your eyes and release. Come back to center, other leg, hug your left knee in. Drop it over to the right and extend your left arm out. Come back to center. Let's take a few moments in Savasana. Take your feet wide. Shuffle your shoulders down, palms face up. Close your eyes, relax your whole body now. Let's take a moment to notice what you feel in your physical body. And the practice of yoga increases the flow of energy in your body, which we call prana. And when you tune in, you can feel that flow. And the difference from when you start your practice to the end, that feeling is quite remarkable. So just notice what you feel in this moment. Just let go of any last tension. Fingertips, toes relaxing. You feel very welcome to stay here for as long as you have time for. Being very generous with the time that you allow for yourself to take care of yourself. Thank you all for joining me for today's video. Have a really wonderful day, and I will see you for the video next week. Namaste.